kids raising hell? Are the parents there to get the kid back under control and teach to it? Or are the parents raising hell too? Are the kids and the parents both raising hell? Those are the things that they're looking at. It's modeling the kind of behavior you want these kids to demonstrate across the board. Sometimes it means dialing back on your little superstar.
Right.
And there's a pendulum on that because you can go the opposite way
Mm-hmm.
where you're tearing your kid down actively. I've seen it where parents are actively heckling their kids in the stands, which is ridiculous.
Right.
It's making sure the way you approach it is balanced. And basically, the kid is being watched from the moment they walk in the door.
Right.
At these places. Spread it out to every other tournament because you never know who's in the crowd watching.
Right.
The kid's being watched the entire time.
And the kids are watching the parents. If you're in the car before the game, I always try to have an environment of peace before the game. We talk about something, even basketball sometimes. I say, you're locked in, ready to go. Then I talk about something else, like something common. Put your headphones on, son, if you're going to listen to your music, something common. Like, so if he's modeling me, and I'm sitting in the car, man, I hate how the coach played you last week. They need to put you in a different defense. They got to give you the ball every time. That kid comes in with this this expectation of your expectation, but not what the coach is asking him to do.
Right.
And so you're, as a parent, you're actually hindering that kid because now in his mind, he should play me a little bit more.
I need to make sure that, all right. So I had to switch. The mic was on some other channel. So if you're having trouble hearing us, let us know. Continue on. You have to maintain an environment of peace within the car.
Before you game, Pete, you cannot come in here worried about what the coach did 2 weeks ago in a tournament and talking to your kid. No matter how cool, calm, collected your kid is. Like I know Brian's kid does with my nephews and nieces. My nephew's real laid back. He's real laid back. He knows them all real laid back. But they listen, and eventually that laid back is like, that doesn't mean that they're not listening. And so eventually you get into a game and the coach tells him to go left and he goes right because in their mind they're like, well, Dad said this is the way I'm going to get a scholarship, or Dad said this. So you have to calm down, and there's a way to do it. It was one game. Let the coach and the kid talk about it. And if it's bigger than that, then we have a conversation. But if you're already coming in negative, your kid picks it up.
And that's what we're talking about, is how parents can set the stage and help out with the development piece. So we've belabored this one, but there's other ways a parent can hinder. I want to get into this piece of it. When you introduce inconsistency with the training, and there's different ways we can be inconsistent with the training. The example I always use, is it easier to learn algebra from one teacher or 7 teachers?
Right.
All starting with their own method at different places.
It's one. It's always one.
Sometimes when you're trying to expose the kid to too much stuff, you can hurt them. The other side is sometimes a coach is judicious about, okay, we're going to play here. And they're choosy about where the team plays because they want the kids to have a good experience, but they also want them to learn. Sometimes they'll make an audible and say, this ain't the best experience for us. Let's go back to the lab, get some work in, and then we can come back. Let's speak to the multiple coaches playing for different programs.
You hit it right away. You get a lot of different coaching when that happens.